Hey Steelers fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to our Pittsburgh Steelers news and review video today, focusing in on the first preseason game. Yes, less than a week from now, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, your Pittsburgh Steelers will be playing the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to break down the top 5 players I'm most interested in watching in just 1 second. First, mailbag video happening later on this week. One of the hosts here at Chat Sports will answer your mailbag questions. They're going to pull them from this video, though. So, be a subscriber. You know the drill right now. You've been subscribed for a while. This isn't rocket science. Go down below, hashtag Steelers in the comment section. Ask any sort of Steeler-related question you guys want. Maybe it's focusing on the preseason. Maybe it's focusing on training camp. Whatever you want, ask down below right now for a chance to be featured in a future mailbag video. All right, so as mentioned, we get to do our first, preview video of the Steelers season. I know it's preseason. We're not going to get into too nitty-gritty. What must the offense do? What must the defense do? Oh, analytics. No, we're going to get into my top 5 players that I am really watching or very curious and interested in watching in Saturday's game. Now, there's no guarantee that all these players are going to play. We have not necessarily heard if the starters are going to get some reps, although I bet that they will. So just take that into account whenever we jump into my actual list. Right now, Steelers are 3-point favorites as the Seahawks come to town. Over-under is 35. Not that it really matters in terms of who wins or loses this game or the point spread, unless you want to bet on this game, which I guess you could, although it is the preseason. So whatever, I will not judge. But the main focus here is of course, who's going to play, right? Are they going to actually let the Steelers starters play a little bit? I think in the past, Big Ben didn't play a lot. It's a very different football team right now. It's a very young football team. I'd argue a lot of the starters should go ahead and play, and we'll talk more about that here in just a couple of minutes. First, though, you guys think the Steelers will win this game? Again, not that it matters, but if you think that they will, give me a W down below in the comment section right now, because it's a football game. Whether it's preseason or regular season, we should care about winning, right? It's all about winning here for Steeler Nation. If you guys are excited for the game and you think the Steelers will win, give me a W down below right now. Okay, quickly, let me just show you this quote, because this is to me fascinating, from Mark Madden, one of the legendary broadcasters of the Pittsburgh Steelers, on Kenny Pickett, when asked about what he's seen from Pickett so far in the training camp. This is interesting. I doubt this will happen, but just listen to this, okay? Quote, Pickett just isn't close to being ready. In fact, I'm told he may not be ready to play exhibitions yet. That's how shaky they feel he has looked in camp, end quote. Again, that's Mark Madden. It's not some random blog writer. It's Mark Madden, who's definitely in the know right now. At least I would argue that he is. I'm not saying they're not going to play him. This is not a report saying they're not going to play Kenny Pickett. But it'd be a really bad look if he does not play. Now, I think regardless of where he's at, he needs to get in-game, actual on-the-field reps in preseason. He should play a lot. I think he should be one of the, take the most snaps of any quarterback of the Steelers in preseason. I think you roll out Trubisky, then you put in Mason Rudolph, then Pickett comes in between the middle of the third quarter and the end of the third quarter and plays the rest of the game. Now, they have other quarterbacks on the roster, so not necessarily possible for that, but I'm very much in favor of him playing, even if he's not ready. But that's a kind of a shaky quote there, if it's accurate and if it's true. If he's really not ready to play, that does not look good right now for Kenny Pickett. But I will emphasize this, because we're going to get into my top 5 players to watch. This is not a report. This is not an accurate, it is officially reported that Kenny Pickett is not going to play. No, it's one of the legendary people inside the Steelers organization saying he doesn't look ready, and then we have to decide what we're going to go ahead and do with that. How worried are you guys about Kenny Pickett's progression? We'll do a little ad break, pin comment down below. If you are worried about this, give me a Y down below for yes. If you are not, go ahead and give me an N down below for no. I would say, I'm a little worried, but I kind of expected him to be a little bit behind the ball anyway, so it's not a shock to me if he is a little bit slower at figuring this thing out, but it needs to eventually not be slow in figuring things out and get this all the way, locked and loaded. That way he can eventually be the starting quarterback of this team. So I'm not worried yet, but I'm not going to say I'm not concerned. Alright, so the point of this video really is to focus in on the Steelers to watch. I'll give you my 5 players right now, of many, because you can't just fit all of them in 5. The list is supposed to be 5. Number 1 is Mitch Trubisky. Now, they have not said, according to my knowledge of filming this video early on a Tuesday morning, that they will play Mitch Trubisky with the ones in, for a couple of series, but I'd be shocked if they didn't. I mean, Trubisky is supposed to be the star of this football team, still technically in a battle, although I think he's pulling away a little bit, but he should play. I think the starters should play, 1 to 3 series. I think you get them out there. It's a whole new franchise right now without Big Ben. They're trying to take it in a very different direction. They're trying to get on track to actually being a viable football team right now, and these guys need reps just for chemistry's sake. I think 100% Trubisky plays, and then I think you kind of space things out a little bit with an emphasis on Pickett getting a lot of snaps. There could be this worry that Pickett might not be ready to the point that he would look terrible in an exhibition game. Who cares? It's a preseason game. There's been a lot of rookie quarterbacks who've looked very, very bad in preseason games, so I'm not worried about it. But I do think Trubisky should play, and I think it'd be a great opportunity to show Steeler fans that you have a viable starter currently on the roster. What's your confidence level in Mitchell Trubisky? Scale of 1 to 10. Are you feeling good about it, being like a 10? Are you not feeling good about it? You in the middle out of 5? Where are you guys at in terms of your confidence level for Mitch Trubisky? Let me know down below in the comments section. Next Steeler to watch, another one I think should play, George Pickens. Give me some George Pickens hype on my Twitter feed. I want to see a crazy catch. We've seen a little bit of them. They give us little snippets here and there. It's like UFO sightings, right? You get a little bit of video on George Pickens making a spectacular catch, but apparently he's been great so far during training camp, and so play him. They obviously will. I don't know why you wouldn't play a rookie, a wide receiver. Play him and show us the goods. Like, show us why he was so highly touted out of Georgia, why he was drafted so high despite the injuries, and why everybody at Steeler camp has been raving about this kid. I want to see George Pickens. I'm excited to see what he can do, and 100% he should go ahead and play. Now, if you guys want to play in terms of betting on future Steeler games, you guys can do that with our friends at BetUS, who have a great deposit bonus that is available. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Steelers125. Get a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. I mean, you can literally bet on any NFL game, technically, although if you want to focus in on the Steelers, then beat my guess. But a deposit bonus gets you a chance to win even more money. Again, use our link, chatsports.com/bet. That promo code Steelers125. And hey, if you want to bet on this game in and of itself, you can. Steelers are 3-point favorites as they're -3, and the over-under sits at 35. All right, maybe the most important player, or one of the most exciting players to watch during preseason, as he should get a bunch of carries, is the undrafted free agent running back Jaylen Warren out of Oklahoma State. We've talked about this a billion times on the channel, but we keep hearing it. Right? Jaylen Warren looks great so far during training camp, to the point that guys are saying he's easily been the number 2 running back behind Najee Harris so far at camp. And so he's going to get a lot of reps. He's going to play a bunch. I don't know if he'll be with the 2s. He'll be with the 3s. I'd put him with the 2s, personally. Like, get him out there. Like, let's show us what you have and a number 2 running back. But, of course, there are a bunch of other guys trying to make this roster, as your depth chart shows you right now. And so it can be any one of these guys who ends up making or being the number 2 kind of spell back there for Najee Harris. But I really think that Jaylen Warren is going to be very impressive and a big-time Steeler to watch as we head into the Week 1 matchup against the Seahawks. Now, you guys should make sure to be subscribed, because we're going to have full breakdowns of this game and full coverage leading up to the game for over 15,000 of our subscribers and hopefully more. If you guys are Steeler fans, you like the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go down below and hit that red subscribe button. You won't be disappointed. I mean, the guys here, including myself, non-stop coverage. We do a ton of Steeler videos all geared around your favorite football team. And so if you like the gold and black, go down below and subscribe. All right, maybe a controversial one, because we're not sure if he's going to play or not. I'm very excited to see what Larry Ogunjobi is able to do in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. Again, let me just emphasize, I don't know if he's going to play. Like, will he actually play? It's the first preseason game. He's had a history of injuries. He was just recently cleared. Maybe not. But if he does, I think he's a sneaky dark horse breakout player for the Steelers because of his past, I think, but also because of the low expectations. Not a lot of people think he's going to be that good. And I understand. I get it. You go back through his career, you can Google it, and you see all the issues. But I think that overall, he is a dark horse to be a really good player on this defense. And I'm excited to see if he could possibly get some snaps in this preseason game. Okay, final player. I could have tied him in with George Pickens, but he is his own receiver, and that is Calvin Austin. Now, the report on Austin has been so far that he hasn't looked spectacular, but he looks very much a viable wide receiver in the NFL. That's good news. He's a 4th-round draft pick, so he's not supposed to be George Pickens. But for as much as we want to see Pickens play, I think Austin plays even more because he's not a surefire thing, and therefore you get a look at a rookie wide receiver, which is always fun to watch in a preseason game. Maybe Pickett to Calvin Austin could be a nice little combo to watch coming up on Saturday against the Seahawks. Now, I've said it again, or I've said it before, but I'll say it again just because it is exciting. Like, you guys think the Steelers are going to win? You guys think you can predict the score? Give me your best guess at a score prediction here. Preseason is way harder to predict than in terms of a regular season game. I mean, it's tough to do, but I want to see what you guys think. Give me your score prediction down below in the comments section. We want to hear from you guys and see if you can guess the score correctly. Okay, before we go ahead and sign off, go give me a follow on Twitter. If you guys like the Steelers, follow me at Real Thomas Mott. It's my personal Twitter account. If you guys have mailbag questions, want to ask me Steeler questions, shoot me a DM. DMs are open. That's open for you. And of course, be sure to be a subscriber and drop a like down below. I mean, hey, the more likes we get, the higher chances the Steelers are to win. That's just a fact. I mean, everyone knows that's how it works here on YouTube. Not really, but we have a little bit of fun here. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, if you hit the red subscribe button, be sure to turn on the notification bell as well. That way you can be notified whenever we do drop the latest videos, which is happening almost every single day here. I mean, we are doing a lot of really good videos on this channel. So go down below, help us out here at Chat Sports, and subscribe. Okay, all-time hero today on our Pittsburgh Steelers news and rumor video, breaking down some of the top players to watch heading into the preseason game. It's finally here. I mean, you officially did it. I mean, the Hall of Fame game was exciting, but it wasn't your team, the Steelers. Now they're going to actually be out there on Saturday against the Seahawks. Going to be a lot of fun. Be sure to enjoy it. For our Pittsburgh Steelers news and rumor video, I'm your host, Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.